Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ruth, and in this video I'll be showing you how to draft a 360 and 180-degree flare the simplest way. If this is your first time, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Let's get started. Hi everyone, in today's video I'll be showing you how to cut a 180 and a 360 flare the simplest way. So you watch this video to the end, and don't forget to like, subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. So the first thing we'll be doing is to get our formula. So we'll be cutting a 180-degree flea and 360-degree flea. 180-degree and 360-degree flea. So what's the difference between these two fleas? The thing is, this one is a full circle flea, and while this one is just half of the flea. So here is 180, here is 180, making it 360. So what's the formula to cut your 360-degree flea? Your formula is circumference divide 6.28. I hope you understand. So it could be circumference of your waist, your round sleeve, wherever you want to fix it, divide 6.28. And now one thing you should take note of is, if you are adding zip to this flea, make sure to add your zip allowance before dividing by 6.28. So we're working with our formula, our figure here. So let's use this small circumference. Let's say, for example, our waist, we want to fix this flea. Let's say, because I'll be using a piece of paper to illustrate for you. So let's say the waist of what we are working with is 5. Are you seeing? So we'll be dividing this 5 by 6.28. And now, if where you are going to fix this sleeve, like maybe it's a blouse or a gown, that will be adding zip allowance. Don't forget to add your zip allowance. So let's say circumference plus zip allowance. Are you seeing? Divide 6.28. I hope you understand. This paper is small, that's why I don't want to write it in full. So let's say our waist that we are using is 5 inches. That's the circumference of where we are fixing this thing is 5 inches. Then our zip allowance, let's say we'll be using 1 inch on both sides of the zip. That's 2 inches. Are you seeing? So divide 6.28. This is the formula. Circumference divide 6.28. So if you are adding zip allowance, that's why I'm showing you this one. So you add your zip allowance before dividing by 6.28. That way you'll be able to get your circumference. The circumference is this small part here in this middle. Hope you understand. So let's say our circumference, as our waist, here we'll be adding is plus our zip allowance to give us 7 inches. Are you seeing? So this 7 inches will now divide it by 6.28. This is the formula for 360-degree flea. Are you seeing? So I go ahead and press 7 divide 6.28. Are you seeing? So whatever it gives me, this will give me 1.1. Are you seeing? That's how it is. So that's how, so equals to 1.1. So this is the circumference of the flea. That's what we'll be using to cut the flea. So now, since I've gotten the circumference of the flea, let's assume the length. Now the next thing you need is your length of your flea. So if you're adding this flea to a top or a gown, so the simpler way for you to do this is to, is for you to do your full length minus your half length. So let's say we are adding this flea to our gown or our full length. So since I'll be using the smaller paper, let's say maybe, for example, the length of what I'm working on is about 8 inches. That's 8 inches. Then the half length of this my dress I want to cut, let's say, is about 3 inches. So you minus this thing, full length minus your half length. That way you'll be able to get the length of your flay. So this will give us 5 inches. So this 5 inches is the length of our flay. Now we are going to add this 5 inches to this radius that we got here plus 5 inches. And now if you are using lining to turn this particular flay, you can add 0.5 inches if you are using full lining. But if you are not using full lining, you can add 1 inch or 1.5 depending on what you can fold. Remember, flay, if you use 2 inches, you cannot fold it. At least 1 inch is enough. I hope you understand. So let's say we are using just lining to turn it, so we're adding 0.5 inches. So whatever you get here, that's everything you're going to need to cut your flay. I hope you understand. So let me do it here again so that you see. So the radius, we got 1.1. Then the length of our flay is 5 inches. Then plus allowance to turn, that is the allowance to turn your line. Like if you're using full lining to turn the down, so we're using 0.5 inches. So everything here, what we have is 6.6 inches. So this is all you need to cut your flay. So the next thing I'll be showing, using this calculation that I did here to show you how to fold your flay on your fabric. That's for a 360-degree flay. I hope this explanation is clear. So I'll be using this piece of paper here to show you how to cut your, like how to fold your flay. So if you fold your flay the wrong way, you will not get the correct thing. So if you are folding a 360-degree flay, now one tip for you is 360-degree flay, there is no opening after cutting. It's after you have cut your flay, then you now go ahead and give it a opening. That's if you are fixing it, you are adding zipper or anything there. I hope you understand. So that's one tip for you to know a 360-degree flay. Now the first tip for you is always, are you seeing? Now the first thing I'll do is to fold my fabric. Remember, what you are working with is this 6.6 inches. So I'll now go ahead to mark. So let's assume these are fabric. I see. I'll mark the 6.6 inches this way. I see. I'll mark it this way. I'll fold. Are you seeing what I'm doing? You fold on that point there. You fold. Hope you understand what I'm doing. After that, you still come to this part here. You mark your 6.6 inches. Are you see where I'm folding? You fold like this. Hope you have seen what I did here. Are you seeing? Now you will now find out that there is no opening here and here. So this is your 360-degree flay. So let me show you again. So you get your fabric with all your calculation. You mark your 6.6 inches here. You fold it into 2. This is the first step. Now this is done with 360 folding. So you now go ahead and mark your 6.6 again, like this way, and fold it again. Take note of where I folded here, this part here. Then you fold it again this way, like this. I see. So that's how to fold your 360-degree flay. So after folding, you notice that there's no opening here. Now let's go ahead and mark out with this calculation. Remember, this one here is our. So with this formula here, we are going to cut out the mark out the flay. So this is our radius, what we got from dividing our circumference by 6.28. So I go ahead and mark. So I got 1.1. So you go ahead and mark it round. I see. Mark it round to form a circle. Now once you're done with that, the next thing is to mark the 6.68 from this edge here. I see. Make sure your tape is in this middle here. I see. I'll mark my 6.6. I'll continue to put my tape here and mark it round this way. You see, now you make sure that it's circle like this. Now the next thing is for you to add your sewing allowance here. You go ahead and go up with your 0.5 inches. This serve at your sewing allowance. So that way, after if you cut here, you'll be having excess. But if you add your 0.5 inches here, after everything, you'll be having your exact waist measurement. I hope you understand. So I'll go ahead and cut it out for you to see. So this is a 360-degree flare. Are you seeing that there's no opening anywhere? And this is how full it looks. Are you seeing? So let's assume you'll be adding zip allowance. So we just go ahead and open one side like this. So this is it. You know, this is a piece of paper, so to not flow like a normal fabric. So if you're wanting to cut a 360-degree flare, this is what it looks like. Now the difference between 360 and 180 is that there will be more volume in this part here. Are you seeing? So I'll show you how to cut your 180 flare, so you go ahead and see the difference. Now let's cut our 180-degree flare. Remember I told you that 180 is half of 360. Now the formula for 180-degree flare, this is it. Is your circumference divide 3.14. Remember I told you that the formula for 360 is circumference divide 6.28. So how did we get this thing? Divide this thing here by 2. You will now get 3.14. I hope you understand. So this is half of 360-degree flare. So that's how we got this 3.14. Circumference divide 3.14. If you are adding zip allowance, you add your allowance before dividing. So we'll be working with the same measurement. With that same measurement, what did I use? So we'll be working with that same measurement, which is circumference, which is 5. Then let's say we are working with zipper, we're adding zip allowance, so just add 2 inches for zip allowance, divide by 3.14. So this is it. Now I see. So 5 plus 2, that's 7, divide 3.14. So what are we going to have? 7 divide 3.1. It will give you 2.2. I see 2.2. So this is what we'll be using as our radius for 3.14. Now the same formula, how to get your length of your flare depending on where you are fixing it, except you are working on the skirt. So you just do full length minus half length. That's if you're working for a gown or anything. So we'll be using the same measurement, 8 minus 3. And the full length of this blouse or gown is 8. Then the half length is 3 inches. So we'll be having the same thing, which is 5. So we'll be adding everything together. So our radius, which is 2.2, plus our length of flare 5, plus 0.5 to hem it down with, like to use lining and turnies. What we'll be having is 7. That is 7.7. I seen 7.7. Now after calculating this thing, we'll be having the same waistline with 360 flare, but the folding is different. So you are going to see. So let me show you how to fold your 180-degree flare on your fabric. So I'll be showing you how to fold your 180-degree flare. So this is it. Now 180-degree fillet, the difference between 180 and 360 is that while cutting 180-degree fillet, there is opening on one side of the fillet, so that's how you know your 180-degree fillet. So you don't make the mistake of folding it into four like I did on 360-degree fillet. It's not going to give you the same result. So this is how to fold it. Let's say this is your fabric. You just go ahead and measure times 2 of that measurement. So what we got was 7.7. I just go ahead and mark my 7.7 this way, then I'll double it. I hope you understand. I'll go ahead and double it. So this is it. Are you seeing? So it's just be giving you just like this. This is how you're going to fold it. So you don't need to fold it again. Just like this is enough. Are you seeing? Just fold it just into 2 this way. So now how are we going to mark it? Now you just go ahead the same way we did on the 360-degree fillet. You go ahead and put your radius here. So what we have was 2.2. Now you make sure your tape is in the middle this way. You continue marking your 2.2 to give it that circle. So after that you go ahead and connect. Are you seeing? Now after connecting, you go ahead and mark your 7.7. That's everything you have on when you calculated. Are you seeing? I'll go ahead and connect the lines. So after connecting, make sure to always add your 0.5 your sewing as your sewing allowance here. Go ahead and cut. Are you seeing? So this is how to cut your 180-degree fillet. Are you seeing how it is looking? This is half of the circle like I told you. So after sewing, like after your measurement, you should be having the same waistline here. So let's see if this will give us 7 inches. Remember, after sewing, this is will be sewing, so you can just take your tape this way and measure around. It should be giving you close to your icing. It will not give you, at least you should have close to your waist circumference. So let me show you the difference between your 180 and your 360-degree fillet. Are you seeing? So this is our 180-degree fillet and this is our 360-degree fillet. I hope you understand. So that's the difference. So this is it. Are you seeing that the 360 is more fuller? Are you seeing? Than that of the 180-degree fillet. So all this depends on where you want to fix your fillet. So if you are looking for a fillet that is not too big, not too pronounced, you can go for this 180-degree fillet. So are you seeing? So this is how to cut your 360-degree fillet. So this is a full circle and this is half of the circle. But after everything, they still giving you the same waistline. Are you seeing? But different fullness. It's giving you the same waistline but different fullness. I hope you understand. So they're not the same.